Hey guys, so it has been a while. I've been uploading a little bit recently on this channel, but I don't really know what kind of content to upload. I want to get back into it now that I'm older and more responsible, but I think I'm gonna start off with commentary again because obviously one of the few videos on this channel is of DBD, Dead by Daylight, back when I played it a lot more, and it was a while ago. I actually today tried to hop back on and get some background content, but obviously, as you can see, that didn't really work out, and I instead used some other footage that I had. But pretty much all this intro is going to be is me explaining, that, and also I wanted to get into talking about like drama, because drama commentary is really popular. I watch a lot of commentaries on like anything, and I think that's one of the few things that I would love to do. But anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so recently there has been a lot of drama. The first thing I wanted to talk about is the Sniperwolf and Jacksfilms drama, because I actually was very late into it and didn't realize what was going on. But basically, Sniperwolf used to be a popular streamer because, well, she was very conventionally attractive, and a lot of people really enjoyed, people as in mainly children enjoyed watching her because she would exploit herself for views. And, while that's all fine and dandy, I remember her and then kind of stopped remembering her. There was a very long time where she kind of fell off. Like, she didn't really appear that often. I didn't see her a lot. She was in a Darman video, or maybe even a few of them, and besides that, I didn't see her for a while. But recently, she started doing reacts, which I think is funny because reacts is such an old form of content. So the fact that she was doing reacts and getting popular enough with it to have come back, and then to also form controversy, like, it's kind of crazy to me. But anyway, I saw a Jacksfilms video explaining everything that was going on, and I think part of the reason why people started noticing her is because there was also this other guy, like, I forgot his name, but I might have it up on screen. But the YouTube channel Scumbag Dad started doing reviews on this guy, or like doing reacts over it, kind of making fun of him and doing kind of copycat content. But it was a funny, sarcastic overview of it because the guy was a horrible person, and I'm pretty sure there were allegations of harassment. So, editor side note, this guy, bentellect, was doing a collab with an OnlyFans person, or OnlyFans model, and it was completely separate from OnlyFans, but he was trying to force her to do OnlyFans with him, and he was like, we can make great content, but he was clearly only in it for the adult part of it and not mainly for the content part. And I did not remember this until now, and looking up the photos to put into this, but it's a very major yikes. But yeah, on to the video. After that happened is when all the Sniperwolf stuff happened. And like I said, I saw a Jacksfilms video, and I was like, I don't really watch him a lot, but it's one of the YouTube channels I grew up with, so I click on it, I watch it, and it's basically explaining how her content isn't necessarily bad bad. Like, making commentaries over videos, reacting to videos is not bad. But when you don't credit a single artist, when even if you do, it's like really hard to go and find their video, or you even credit the wrong artists. And on top of that, when, you know, your reactions are so minimalistic, like instead of her being like pausing the video similar to like other YouTubers who got popular with React, instead of pausing it and giving their own thoughts on it, what she would instead do was, while the video is playing, just say what is happening. Like, if someone on screen were to say, throw a rock at like a fence, she would just say, oh my god, he just threw a rock. And I feel like that is the type of reactions that people find annoying, which is partly the reason why, you know, it got popular, and the reason why Jacksfilms is, you know, going at her a little bit for it. But that being said, he didn't really say anything that didn't need to be said. Like, it was, I think he handled it really well. I think that it was really cool to see, you know, someone as popular, or maybe not even as popular anymore, you know, still being against it. But that is just the beginning. Like, this is the very, very beginning. So after all that, Jacksfilms ended up making a channel where he pretty much just did what she did over her videos, and it was like, again, a sarcastic comedy like over the videos. And I think even though he was trying to kind of copycat what she was doing, I think it was extremely funny, and I think it was so much better than her content. And the main reason why being that, instead of, you know, just compiling a bunch of videos that were, you know, that she thinks that she can become popular off of, Jacksfilms was going over her videos and exploiting someone who was exploiting other people, but not even in a bad way, because everybody knows it's Sniperwolf. Everybody can go to her like channel, right? So I think that it was so much better, and it was amazing. And it wasn't even really, I wouldn't consider it even harassment at that point. It's not really even affecting her, because it's literally a separate opinion. You'll always have haters, you'll always have people who don't like you, and I think what Jacksfilms was doing was not even considered hate. It was just, you know, being funny, bringing light to a situation that wasn't really, you know, all that great. But after this, there was well, actually, I don't know around the timeline, but in between all of this, there was a lot of Twitter controversy. There was a lot of things happening on Twitter. Jacksfilms was not the only person bringing light to this, by the way. There were a lot of YouTubers who were talking about this, and Jacksfilms was just one of the primary leaders of this. A lot of drama happens through Twitter, and the things that she was saying to him, the way that he was replying, the funniness of the passive aggressiveness of it is crazy. And I thought that was the end of it. Like, I thought that the Jacksfilms channel was in the end of it and all that. But here's where we get into the juicy part. So very recently, maybe like a few days ago, she ended up, I think she said she was on a movie set, or she was like on set, she was shooting something, and she found Jacksfilms' house, which, by the way, you can't just look up a YouTuber's house. Like, you can find it through Google Maps or whatever, but you won't just find it by just looking it up. You have to dig deep to find it, right? So she knew where he lived, and she was 5 miles away on the shoot, right? And she goes to his house, and I think it was in the middle of the night, but I'm not quite sure, because in some of the photos it does look like it's daytime. But she goes to his house, she's outside, and she's posting on Instagram saying, like, let's talk, like, let's talk face to face right now. And while that itself is not necessarily scary, the fact that she found his location and went to it and is encouraging that behavior, or at least was encouraging that behavior, is scary, because that means that anyone who was following her now thinks that it's okay to go to someone's house over online virtual like beef. And she ended up, after Jacksfilms confronted her about it, deleting her post and saying, "Oh no, I didn't do that," right? So she's basically saying, "You were harassing me," and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And Jacksfilms is just like, you literally came to my house in the middle of the night, and that is crazy. Like, you scared me. He and his wife were in his house, like, and she was just there. Like, that's definitely scary, to just show up to your house, to know his location, to show everyone that that's okay. Like, that would scare anyone for a while, right? So he posted it on Twitter, and then he posted on YouTube, basically denouncing her and saying that she should not have a platform if this is the type of content that she's promoting. And I would 100% agree with this. There is no reason why someone who allows themselves to be emotionally distraught to the point where they will visit someone should be allowed to be on YouTube, should be allowed to post videos for, you know, everyone to see, for her audience that she already had at that point, even though it wasn't that many people up until then. Like, you know, it's crazy. You know, she's a big YouTuber, and, you know, even though she did fall off, like, she still had a pretty big audience comparatively to anyone else, and she has influence. Like I said, she's conventionally attractive, and she knows her power. She knows what she holds over people in young minds, and the fact that she would take that and make it seem like it's okay to visit someone's house because of some internet drama, it's just not a very good look for YouTube, for Instagram. She shouldn't have a platform, and I honestly don't think YouTube is going to do anything about it. Obviously, she broke rules. Like, these are real rules that she's breaking. You're not supposed to do this. Like, it's almost doxing at that point. And I don't think that she should have a platform. But like I was saying, I don't think that YouTube's going to do anything about it, because from previous YouTubers in the past, like Shane Dawson, like Tana, Jeffree Star, all those people that had massive dramas just in the last few years, they still have a platform. Jake Paul, Logan Paul still have a platform. The only person that I can even remember that does not have a platform is the Tate brothers, which I guess that's two people, but they still show up everywhere. I mean, I'll be scrolling YouTube shorts and I'll see them everywhere, and you can take away someone's YouTube channel, you can take away, you know, their ability to post, but you can't take away their ability to show up. You know, there's a lot that YouTube can do, but there's not an insane amount that they, you know, are willing to do, and they can't just remove her from the internet. But that's going to be it for today's video. That's pretty much all I can cover right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is kind of a ramble and a really quick post, but it's one of my first ones in a while, and I'm glad to be back. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.